Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. BMad method, episode 12 of 15. You open your terminal, type a command to format your code, and get a completely generic error. You are trying to use an internal agent command, but the agent is not even running yet. There are two distinct ways to command your AI workforce, and mixing them up is the most common friction point in the system. Today we cover commanding agents, skills versus triggers. The first category is skills. Think of skills as your global entry points. These are what you type into your IDE terminal or command line to launch an action from scratch. When you type BMad help or trigger a specific agent launch script from your IDE, you are using a skill. It boots up the environment. It loads the necessary context. It brings the agent online. Skills belong outside the agent conversation. They are the mechanisms that start the engine. This brings us to the common trap. Once the engine is running and you are chatting with an agent, the rules change. You stop using skills and start using triggers. A trigger is a short code typed directly into an active chat session to command an agent that is already listening. If you type an agent menu trigger into your standard terminal, the system has no idea what you mean. If you try to run an IDE skill from inside an agent chat, it fails. The boundary is absolute. Skills start the session, triggers control the octave session. Once you are inside the chat, triggers come in two flavors. Workflow triggers launch rigid, predefined sequences. You type the trigger, the agent executes a specific multi-step process step by step, delivers the output, and the sequence ends. Conversational triggers are much more fluid. They allow for dynamic task switching without breaking the agent persona. You stay in the chat, but you pivot the active focus. Consider a concrete scenario. You need new documentation. You start by using an IDE skill to launch Paige, the technical writer agent. The skill boots up Paige, and she asks what you need. She is now active. Now, instead of writing a massive prompt explaining that you need a specific type of document formatted in a specific way, you simply type the conversational trigger WD to the active chat prompt. This stands for Write Docs. Paige immediately switches into her predefined documentation drafting mode. She asks for your raw notes, processes them, and generates the text. You read the text and realize you need an architecture diagram to accompany it. You do not close the chat. You do not launch a new skill from the terminal. You just type another conversational trigger, MG, which stands for Mermaid Graph. Paige instantly pivots. She stays in character as your technical writer, keeps the context of the document she just wrote, and generates the Mermaid Graph code to match. You are dynamically routing her capabilities on the fly without ever dropping the context. Here's the key insight. The true power of this dual system is not just having shorter things to type, but maintaining a persistent, intelligent context while instantly switching an agent's internal operating mode. That's all for this one. Thanks for listening and keep building.